Plan is more ballista focused run, and I think I want an obelisk big enemy shield popper at the end. Eventually. I mean, I want mana bolts, but they don't work yet. So let's go with broadhead. Broadhead leads to jagged. I don't want to take mana bank straight away. It's like a big investment early. We can sell it. We just take jagged though. We'll take mana siphon and then put a couple down just to build up. And then we could take mana bolts. There's a couple good 3 spots here. Get under banditry early. And there's Siphon. Heavy Shafts gets us onto burning. Banditry 2 gets us onto more money. There's flaming. A little bit of twist and turn happening. Definitely can't take that. I'm gonna take heavy 2. Increased burn though. First split at level 8, but we get some, let's call it reach around. Which means these ones become more valuable. We'll get into there, especially with when we get range. I do want to get enchanted onto poison. No, yeah, let's get an extra bleed just to be safe. Hopefully this can lap back down there, that'd be good. That was only a double split, so that's... Oh, we have a naked house. Monkey have arrived. Just started. First run. Okay, chance to crit on bleeding enemies. Second split, but not terrible. Plus, if we could try to close it off, but I don't want to. I think if we run them up together, we get some good coverage. It gives me these 3 spots become super valuable then as well. That one has to be straight. Time for frost, maybe? If these ones are the same length, this is an extra tile, so it's got to go that way. Okay, 1, 2, this is 1, 2, 3, okay. Yeah, what I did was we only have the base obelisk cards available. And added more of the dot cards for ballistas. When we get range, that's going to be a really good ballista. Okay. So this first wave coming out of here gets destroyed. And then this long one, this one gets hit by this one. And then this middle one is this one. Yeah, it's... I really wanted to have an obelisk focused run, but I think like Frostkeep, it's going to be a ballista focused run that obelisk is just token. Let's take Frost 2. That one has to be straight. This one can turn or split, which is bad, but it means this one has to be straight. So, like, this is really good to have this double lap. We don't want this path being too short, but I also don't want to, like, I really want to focus on having 2 paths with this double up. It's really good. Because it means the ballistas down here are, like... And then I want the obelisk that we put near the end. We'll ramp it up on shield, so and set it to focus on high shield and hopefully it just like really grinds down some of the high shield units. I might need time for mana siphon maybe. Oh, Trail of Blood's good though. But I think we're gonna need Mana Bolts 1. I've got a bit of money so we can put a few in. I'm gonna leave this one open because those 3 spots could get used. And I don't want to have to muck around deleting a mana siphon for it. And I just want to have that high mana charge in case we do get mana bolts offered. I think even the 2 spot here there is good. Shield boys from here are going to be the first worry. And almost feel bad for Oogie. Getting decimated. Come on. Alright, there's Mana Bolts 1. Enchanted Bolts versus... Okay, so Enchanted leads to Poison, which is what we want, and I think that does more damage for the shields than Mana Bolts does, but maybe we can get... Oh, Enchanted 2, that's nice. Well, there's Poison. Wow, Enchanted 1, 2, and then Poison in the same... And then Poison 2. Holy dooly. That's some good treasure chests. This path here is not long enough. But split would be wow, that's good. Oh, wow. We can just, you know, even if it splits, the split's pushing away, which I think is fine. We get some, which means we'd get we'd get some double up. And these guys are just getting hammered, so by the time they get back around... Sometimes you just need the map to win the game for you. There's no shame in that. Okay. It's fine. Make use of that. When we get to range, that'll hit there a bit. And more down here, so that's good. We might be able to use that, but I want to keep it for now. Keep it available. Get the university starts pushing towards crit. Let's get range first. Look at here. Yeah, I like those spots. It's a coin flip here, right? It either, well, if it splits or not. It can only be a two-way split as long as we have a path here, which is great because it means we can never get a, as long as we keep building up, we can never get a three-way split from it. So it can only go straight, turn left, or split left straight. It can never split right. So we get to, as long as we don't, like, that one could be a three-way split, so we don't want to touch it. Like, it's far enough away now where, plus there'd be some overlap where we could probably hit it when there's one last piece that can't split, and we can push out a bit longer. But yeah, not having a three-way split, I think, helps the most in runs. Because then you only have to manage two paths. Or at least two branches, I guess. I probably should get Mana Bank before we push Mana Bolts 2. Enchanted 3 seems good though. Push that up. This is going to be a really strong section. Plus gives us a good defense line too for if we need it later. We don't have much height here, but you know, Can't be greedy. We got to pretty much good everything else. I wonder, with the amount of money you end up putting on... No, it's got to be worth it, because you end up with the multiplications. Alright, let's do it. Okay, that's finally turned away. So this one goes straight, but then we can have big bad splits. Could also come down here, which would be nuts. I'd like to take mana bolts too, so I'm saving money for two reasons. One, we don't need to spend it just to make the wave go faster. We can... Yeah, we're not even remotely in danger of having leakages. But that means we can have mana bank money in reserve. I should take university too and start saving, because then you can just put down university. How far am I in the meta progression? Okay, so viewing it as meta progression's not a good idea, because that sort of implies that you want to fill it up, and that's bad. Okay, because then you'll just end up bloating your card offerings. You sort of want to treat it like a constructed deck builder. So I frequently take cards out of the pool and rebuy different ones depending on what challenge I want to do. Not within the game. External methods are required. There is I think there's a mod. Someone said there's a mod where you can, which allows you to respec. But yeah, unfortunately the way it's laid out, there's a lot of people that are having a lot of issues with card offering and some other balance, and it's because they bought all the cards. Well, that's going to make it really hard to do a lot of the, especially for people wanting to do achievements, that's going to make it almost impossible for some of them. Or require just like a gifted map and really lucky offerings. Oh, okay. I held on to money for mana banks and then didn't put any mana banks down. And then I'm like, oh, damage slowed down. I wonder why that is. But it also didn't really matter that much. Alright, so doubled our mana pool. Start getting ready for university, because that'll be soon. Now this could be a bad split, but it's the best path, so we're ready for it. Nice. So now it can only be a two-way split. That's really good. We want a little bit more coverage here. Unfortunately, there's no height. But even there's good, because we get good coverage there. I think even there's a nice one too, right? When we get range, we'll get a little bit better in there. This one's not the greatest spot. That one's okay. Not sure about this one. We only get one side. There's a little bit of a loop around here. Other than that, that's pretty straightforward. Maybe this is where we put our big obelisk, somewhere in here. Maybe it replaces that one. Let's take Trail of Blood first. Because I don't want to touch this path, because if we do get a split, it could be really bad. Make that path longer, then this can attack in more. I do have some threes. They're on the outside, so the benefit of that you get a bit of attack bonus, but you lose a lot of coverage bonus. And uplifters are going to be doing more coverage and dot applications than height. So these outside threes, probably good when we've run out, when we really want to just put more down, and we don't. I'd almost prefer to be going on like the flats on the inside than on these outside ones. Okay. Take the scholarships over the crit from the universities, so that when our universities go like hit the ground, they hit the ground with 5 or 6%, and then obviously we up one of them to 16. Okay, so this path, these guys are preventing change. That's the first change. So I still probably need to get a couple more here. And then we're done with those. Mana Bolts 3 would be nice. Hey Garky, how you doing? We want to stop this wave from getting around while these ones are firing at the bottom wave lane, I guess. Oh, there's Zombie Oogie. Let's see how he goes through here. That's fine. So here's the front of this wave. I kind of would like these guys to have finished off this one before this gets through. Close. The caravans are ultra slow, so a good chance things are going to catch up with them. And this one's dead before it even gets down, so that's nice. So this is the problem lane, but I too many times I've gone to make it longer and progress along it, and it splits. And that ultimately, somewhere around the wave 40 has been the end of it. I'm good, thank you, Valkyrie. How's college, dude? Oh, it's weekend. You let me know about college tomorrow. That'll be fine. So this is the one. If this comes back that way, we get some good double up. We still have mana bolts 3, 4, and 5 to go as well. That's the last scholarships. Let's go ahead and take that. I don't want to take 4 just yet, but I'll take a 5 crit. Oh, you got Mondays off. Awesome. There's our first university spot. Just gonna keep an eye on mana. It might go up to 600 base mana. Just because. We'll go 500. 500. Okay, this bottom wave has been cleaned up nicely, so I'm happy with that. Might push the mana up a bit more though. I can't get down in here because the ballista's blocking my mouse pointer. Mana's a little tight there, but it should be fine. The home stretch is pretty good, pretty covered. Well, all the research breakthroughs. And 10% is greater than 5%. Now. I don't know if you just want to pump shield. And it burns pretty good too. It's such bad platform there. I just can't afford a split. If we get a split, I think we lose. I think range could be good as well, though. so much money without graveyards. Graveyards don't actually make that much money. They do make profit, but the amount is little, and they take quite a while to return their investment. Banditry is the biggest money maker in the game, by far. That was well under control. Probably not going to build up on here. This wave's still short. The lane's short and I don't like it. But maybe we can put the obelisk here. Learned today the road can end at 16 tiles. I can do you better, Worgen. The road can end at 7 tiles. Is it better just to upgrade one specific research field for the universities? For an individual university, it is slightly better to upgrade one of them. It also depends on what so even if your goal is to get even split, you're better off having like one which you put money into magic, one that you put into armor, and one you put into health. It's a really small difference though. You tried all blisters at 16? Yeah, I don't like how the game doesn't pause between each rounds if the road loops off on itself. I don't like playing a reactionary. I don't like playing stuff during the rounds. I want to just focus in between rounds to do the tower defense thing and then say go. You're welcome, Papa Smurf. Take crit. Hey Darth, how you doing, man? We got level 44. That's really, really good. Surprised that fell down then. It's a shame. We don't have range yet either. No split's good. We've already got one split here, yeah. That's fine, and another one there, but I'm just hoping I'm not going to take this one. This one's going to be the next time I take this will be the portal, or maybe one before the portal, the first portal, because I can't, if we get a split there, we lose. 100%. No, I've got it turned off on Twitch level, so it'll just it'll show 3 stars. Alright, university. Okay, this one can't split. That's a really good safe option for us. I think it's worth. Getting some of those ones. They do a bit of stuff just to thin this down. Like I said, this is still the main worry. Just this wave by itself. The universities are starting to do their thing though, which is good. And there's reasonable protection on the way home. So we almost don't even... so some of the reason we want to have stuff up here is so that these waves don't run down and take some of this fire. But pretty much we know if this bottom wave makes it through, these 2 waves cause almost no threat. On Mana Bolt's 3, Mana Bolt 4 could be good. Let's go with the longbow. I did yesterday when I was doing the Obelisk challenge. The map started out in a way where I went, oh, I think this is going to be ballistas only, because in theory ballistas only and should be the hardest, but it's not really because you change your deck a little bit, but we're in a really, really strong position. Okay. We're already starting to get good bonus, so that's nice. +4 is kind of weak, but it'll do something along. Oh, there was a university spot, was there? Did it open up just now? Ah, it did. Yeah, so it won't do anything till the end of the round, but thank you. I'll have a look on the, I want to watch the round. I should have watched more of the last round, because the last round was round 30, and that's where you get the killbot dudes. But I didn't, so I really should. Smashing it down here. Alright. They're converging a bit, so I need to get one of them a bit longer than the other. I think more flaming because we've got an issue. So where'd the other one open up? Oh, that one probably been there for a while. I should have already had that one in, and that one's there as well. Okay. Yes, that's like 1,600, and we get 28%. It's another 1,000 for another 5%. So I think that's probably as good as it's going to get. Take this one because it can only be a two-way split, worst case scenario. So that should thin some here, which leads these to thin here. I might need to put some more something here. Range or mana 4 might save us there. These are fairly strong, so they cut off the rockets, but it's a bit iffy. I think an education of being in debt, yep. Oh man, I'm supposed to play games to escape the real world. Yeah, it's this lane. There's mana 4. Also longbot 3, but that's going to make a big difference. This little flatland area. I wish it wasn't flat. Education sucks for armor? No? Oh, sorry, yeah. it's equal, but we've just yeah, unfortunately rolled a little light. Things we can do to level the playing field a little bit. Usually armor's got a bit of a boost because health high because you start with health and the early minions, you know, all health damage, but then the armor minions come in and clean up the early levels, and then it takes more shield hits. So shield, but you do get more shield enemies and you got to hit it harder, so shield usually catches up there a little bit. Mana 5 is still an option as well. Hold it. If we get the mana under control, this will be super easy now. We like massively handled that. But so many things firing at the same time. Yeah, I think like the extra base damage is worth it when you're getting this sort of multiplier though. Wouldn't mind more armor though. Burn faster on slow. Oh, there's a split for us. That's terrible. At least it's on the furthest one. Should be able to open bottom now, theoretically. No, theoretically we still can't open bottom. There's 11 more waves to come, and we've only got 5 paths open. So we can get 3-way splits for a couple more times. wow, that wave got taken out. Maybe get more here. Help us on the home stretch as well. Five time. Which range do I have? I've got +2 range. That's pretty good. I don't know if we want to just let it converge eventually. Yeah, it's weird, hey. Like they're all equal. I think I've got one less health one. Oh no, I do have one less armor one. So 10% less. But this is an Oogie wave as well. I think this Oogie wave is usually lighter, but I'm just gonna mana up just to be safe. Oh, we got a few then. Is it like 10, 1, 10 or something like that? 10, 1, 11? Anyway. Mana's, out of mana, Panz. We can just focus on these guys. Have enough mana just for these shots. That's fine now. It's because of the split. The split wave is killing us. It just shows how dangerous splits are like that. Imagine if that had happened there. We would have wiped. We're not even seeing this one. This one's getting destroyed by here. Take that now. That's a big change. Longbow 3. Heavy 2. Trail of Blood 2. I wonder if I need to get the obelisk in now. I haven't put it down yet, so at some point I have to drop an obelisk. That wave is getting cleaned up all on its own in there. It's because of this big wraparound. This section here is taking all of our mana. And despite being the furthest away and having the most coverage of ballistas, it's causing the most grief. Maybe I need more mana. I haven't run out. There's a mana siphon spot up top. Thank you. I'll have a look at it. We do have money to spend though, so we can upgrade some towers. I think get some towers up that top lane. Probably getting towers up in that top lane. They'll start shooting earlier, which means we have more concentration. Oh, there's mana tapping out. Mana's tapping out there. When am I putting down the obelisk? Well, I do have to take obelisk first. We have a 20 crit we can get off the cards. I don't even know where I'm going to put it. Whether I want to put it all the way up here just to like smash out some shield damage, or if that's going to be bad. It's probably better than for it playing cleanup. We need it focusing on big targets, you know, because it just doesn't clean up very well. We didn't get any more university tiles. Do you not get any more university tiles now? Maybe that's why the achievement triggers at 36. You stop getting university tiles. Gravestones from 16 to 25. Universities from 26 to 35. It's also why you don't have to win that run. Oh, you get gravestones. Looks like you get gravestones up to 36 as well. Or 35. Okay. So these are 1,000 a piece to upgrade 5%. I don't know if it's worth it. You'd say put obelisk in a spot that doesn't really matter. I think I'm going to put it in a spot that it is matter, because if I put it somewhere where it doesn't matter, like put it in like left, right, outfield, then it's $1,000. It's not doing anything. Whereas if we can get it to do some good damage, I think getting it to do some good damage is, you know, we're paying it to be on the team. May as well make it work. Hey, Refia. I think it's possibly going to be on that one. And these ones should mostly be 10, right? These are all the new ones. All right. I don't think there's anything wrong with mana. We killed the last wave quite handily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At full mana. Why fix mana when you can increase mana instead? ¿Por qué no los dos? Seems like the perfect way of doing it. Yeah, I think not increasing the damage there and just buying mana banks would have been a much lesser performance there. Because maths. These little stealth ones from behind the mana banks. So good. Is there a maximum number of portals? There would have to be. Because there's only 45 waves. I don't know what it is. Vampire Survivors patch? What'd they put on it? I saw a post someone had like blue garlic or something. I don't know. Three new achievements. One new character, one new weapon evolution. What was the weapon? A passive weapon relative to power up. Did one of the new characters comes with the new weapon? They want players to find them. That's so pretentious. It's like, not in this day and age, like the internet exists. Streaming games and YouTube videos of games is a mainstream media thing. Like, just, I'll wait till I see it. I think the issue is, like, I think Vampire Survivors is a terrific game. But 10 new characters is not going to increase the play. Well, I'll want to get the achievement because I'm an achievement whore. But I think that's all it does. Right? Rune Tracer Ring and Holy Water need to evolve. Okay, yeah, they were the ones that were missing. The game still get garlic, get axes, get Bible. You don't even need axes. Get garlic, get Bible, win game. It's fun in the process though, but adding more characters and the map doesn't really add more depth. Which is a shame. I think it's, you know, we're good on them for keep working on it. You know, they've got a bit of a passion on it. Why not? They might be better off saving up for a big release every couple months. I don't know. I think that's a tough call. That's a maybe. And it's a, in hindsight, should we have played it any differently kind of moment. Oh, I need some more mana now. Do I? Do I need more mana now? Yeah, just a little bit actually. Not that much. We only just dipped into the zero, like just. But I do want to have a little bit more. How are we looking up here? That's fine. So I think back to Monster Train's a really good example where they spaced their patches out and had very specific things they were adding to each patch. First patch for Monster Train dropped and it was almost like when they released. It had just as much, had a really high concentration of people coming back to see what was added to the game, and people were interested. Except they did it in two stages. They released the beta one, so people checked out the beta, and then because people were interested in that, they checked it out a week later when it released. And then they did another patch, like another few months later, and less people were interested in. And because that patch was a kind of a dull patch, people saw that in the beta release like the week before, and then didn't show up for the actual release. And then they had another one which was had less than nothing in it, and everyone went ugh. And it actually drove people, like, that one was the only one that the viewership went down after that one went into early access, because people went, oh, I'm not interested in the game anymore. So it would have actually had better viewership if they hadn't put out that third patch. Do I think an upgrade that gives 2 card draws per round would be interesting if it required all cards unlocked? It could be fun paired with achievements for 2- and 3-way defense. Maybe. That's a tough call. Because you do get to see double the amount of cards. I think in that case, you're probably just going to see so many cards, like you potentially could just be too powerful anyway, because you do see 6 cards a turn. So now you'd be seeing 12. You're going to get to build pretty much whatever you want. And more, because you're going to be like seeing so many cards. Hey Duke boys, how you doing? Game is colourful. I think you have to turn that on. I'll have a look in the thing in a second. Poison enemies take extra damage. Oh, poison enemies slow. Actually wanted that. It's this one. It's the projectile dot effects, which is really cool. That's what's showing the colours of the frost, the burn, the bleed, and the poison. It might be obelisk time soon. I want to get some more mana in. I think that mana issue creeping up is a little scary. I don't want to invest any more in the universities. I think we need to get something more up here. I don't know if I want to put my big obelisk up there, or if it can help out down here maybe. Okay, that's handled. That bottom wave looks like it's handling well, but it can be really rough. This lane is definitely handled. It's this one with the 3 splits up the end. I don't know. I think a relook on the card file. Either work on something that feels more like meta progression than just unlocking a bloated pool of cards, or change it to be like a binder of cards that you construct a deck out of. I think you need to go one way or the other. It's fine to have a bit of both, but the bits of both need to be separate from each other. So something like having meta progression, like leading to going from 3 cards to 4 to 5 to 6, that's meta progression, right? You're unlocking power that is increasing at no expense to the player. No expense to the individual run. So sometimes in meta progression, your first one costs 100 gold, and then your next unlock might cost 200, then 300, then 400, and it's irrelevant of which ones you take. So that's a meta expense for meta progression, and that's fine. But something that you're trying to make your character stronger, but that actually hurts them in the game as well, that sort of says to players, well, I'm not going to take some of this progression then, because I don't want to, because I don't want to take upgrades that make me weaker, you know. So, and I think that's just from a game design perspective, you want to keep those separate or have some sort of balance. But even if you're super clever and you come up with some really cool gotcha where you're like, haha, I'm going to make you want to take this because this one's so powerful. So you will take it and you'll be okay with it. You'll be like, players still aren't. They're like, I really want to take that because I know it's stronger, but it's also going to make me weaker. Guess I better take it then. You know, You're not trying to take the quarters out of the people at the arcade anymore. Like, that ended 40 years ago. Now, maybe not 40 years ago. 30, 25, 30 years ago. Like, work with players so they have a good feeling about taking, you know, good options. Snipe obelisk near death priority for fun. No. I want to have a useful obelisk that does something for win. We've got the money to spend on it. And Pop's like, boo. That leads to crit, so I kind of want to take that. But I think we have to take an obelisk at some point. And I think that point where it actually does something is more important. I think a bit of both. I want to... This wave is really worrying me. But look at the... Like, look how poop it is. I mean, that's on the ground. We won't put it on the ground, but... I mean, I might end up putting it on the ground. It's just going to do nothing. Like, that's just so close to death time. Yeah, I was thinking about that. There is a +3 there. But are we going to get the, like, are we going to get the range hit from it? So it will reach over there. I think having it here is too late to be popping. I think that's the problem, is we're using it to hopefully help pop the beholders and the portals. And it's just too late. This path is too slow, but we just couldn't afford a split here. Hmm. And then I guess the next question is, do we need to be popping the... I mean, I can always put one up there as well if we need to. Alright, this is... Can I have more splits? Probably not now. Well, hang on, we've got 46, so 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, going into 40. No, not anymore. So I can make this one longer now, but does that do anything for us? Maybe. I think for the priorities, I was thinking about it yesterday. I think an option would be a lock on or a lock target, which means, so you can choose whether to, you know, just have another toggle here for lock target. Or maybe make it one of the priorities. But if you pick that one, once a target's selected, it doesn't stop until it's out of range or dead. And you'd be taking that knowing that could potentially be doing low level damage like these. Look at these guys. To something. Mana was a bit of an issue there. Now let's just focus on pump mana. One of the things we can't, it's hard to see here, but like the portals slowly work their way to the back of the lane because they're slow. I wonder if just targeting slowest is an option. No. Poison enemies take extra from all shield attacks. Heavy shafts 3 leads on to crit, 10% from ballistas. Changing targets and they're regenning, but it's killing them. Obelisk actively making a difference. University's helping out as well, why not? I was going to pump up a big obelisk, maybe up here on the 3 spot. I think I might just put a ballista there. No, I might put the obelisk up there. Wouldn't least health be better than most health? Why? Since they're all armor or shield but low health. So you have some little guys in the wave that have really low health that the ballistas can one-shot. I don't want my obelisk hitting that and overkilling it by 20 times. There's some enemies here, which it's hard to see because they all have a bar, but the bar's more indicative of a percentage whereas most health doesn't target a percentage, it targets the raw number. So when you've got the portals that have like, I don't know the actual number, let's go with 100,000 health. Even though their bar might only show a little bit more, I want the obelisk doing massive damage per second to that large chunk. I don't want it firing let's say a 20,000 shot at something that has 2,000 health. I also want those enemies with massive health, when they die or when their shields break, they spawn other smaller enemies, which can also be taken out by these guys. I don't want the obelisk to clean up a few of the little guys and then have the big guys drop spawners dying up here. The TLDR is straight up no. I do not want an obelisk targeting something with least health, because it has a really slow change of target rate as well. So the more it has to change targets, the less damage per second it'll do during the wave. Let's take the... Poison enemies take extra shield damage, all attacks are really good. Let's just take 10% crit though on the blisters. If the obelisk didn't have a change of target option and it was just a laser that just pinpointed and just went back and forth from target to target, I think I would have it on the least health option. No, you'd probably just have it on progress and have it hit the front thing. But yeah. It has a big delay when switching targets. Well, okay, very noticeable. Whereas if it's continually firing at something that has large health, and there's no overkill, if you don't kill something, you haven't wasted a single amount of damage. But like I said, if you do 2,000 damage to something with a 200 health, that could have gone into something that had 2,000 health. So these little eyes are taking, 2 or 3 shots and dying, which is great. There's still a few portals in there. How's mana? Scary. These portals here, they got a lot of health still. Mana running out here would be really scary. That was close on that bottom wave. And the mana bar's disappeared. Would have liked to have watched up there to see how well that one went. Okay. That leads on to Broadhead 3, which can lead on to another 10 crit, but I think it's our best option. Because the extra 10 crit's good. Doing a good job up there. Yeah, an option to lock target would solve a ton of problems. With a couple of the towers. Scary. Pink mana's okay. Would having two towers, one with near death, solve it? No, because they're not near death. They're on 30% health. Or sometimes they're on 70% health when the target changes. That's not near death. Especially when they already have 10 or 20 times health more than some of the other units. But when you've got four, let's say you've got you've got bosses, elites, and little guys, just for argument's sake, and they each have a magnitude of 10 health higher than the other ones, right? And you say most health, what's going to target boss number 1, and as soon as it does its shot, boss number 2 now has the most health, well, and is in front. Then you do that shot, now boss number 3, now boss number 4, but none of them are near death because all the regular enemies have lower health. So, and here's the thing, even if near death is relative to its own health, does it trigger who is nearest to death, or does it only trigger to units that are below a health percentage? We don't know. Yeah, it's not, yeah. Like I said, I think Vampire Survivors is is a cool little game for people that just need to get a win. Go play that. Get yourself a win. Feel good. That leads to 10% crit. Would slowest instead of most health be a better choice? Only if you want to target the slowest unit. And since everything slows, whatever hits first is going to get slowed down the most, so maybe not. Slowest can kind of lock the target. It's probably the closest to kind of locking. That's assuming you want to hit the slowest target. So I think the killbots and there's another type of rocket dude, they're not the slowest. And on that wave, when you're wanting to focus on their armor, Like, that becomes a toughie. Eyes are definitely the faster though, so you won't target eyes. But the eyes also would never have most health or most shield unless there's only eyes left, in which case it doesn't matter, right? Yeah, they have different move speeds. The other thing to remember, which is insanely annoying, is that the order of these doesn't matter. Well, it should matter, and it does matter, but it doesn't actually affect the game. Because there's an order in the game that it checks for, and if one of your 3 fits that bill first, it does that one. So you have to know what that order is, so that if you've got something that you want to prioritize higher than other things, you don't have anything that the game prioritizes higher in your list. I like the idea of a lock-on button. It does mean that you're playing at your own control then. And people point out, oh, but if you've got something that really prioritizes shields, that means it's going to do bad armor damage. Like, well, yeah, but I know that. I'm at least making that choice. As tower commander, I get to say to my guys, when you focus on a target, you don't change. Potentially, that could also come with a trade-off of slightly faster fire rate, because they're not having to find a target. They're watching that target while they're reloading or whatever. Maybe it doesn't work for all towers, but like some tower games come like that, and that can also be a problem where you're like, oh, I want them to change target when this thing comes through. And usually you can do that by changing their priority manually. That's a bit of a pain, but at least it can be done. I want to put something else in. Just more. It's pretty expensive. Oh wait, that was it. I put an obelisk down, I think. Ah, Fear Tower, that's a nice one. Yeah, I like that. Like there, we almost popped that. That would have been perfect. So maybe we just need to beef up our obelisk a bit more. I was looking at mana going, I think mana looks okay, but I can't tell. I mean, they've got a couple portals through. They're really low. That's worrying. This lane's not a problem at all. Middle lane. I think a lot of the multi. I can't see any portals. There's the first portal coming through. But one portal just slowly making his way down. Also, it looked like they got a haste buff. Maybe they got a haste buff whenever they get here, because that's when they see the tower for the first time. They're like, yeah, oh, we got the 10% crit on the ballistas. Well, I mean, this is it, right? I think we just pump this guy up. Got to pump it up. The universities went nuts too. Do we hit go, sell the universities, and then just beef up the obelisk? Come on, Panz, APM. Mana bar glitch is out at 2000, or maybe 2020. I think we're probably good. Maybe. I hate playing tower defense games during the round. I want to watch the round, but it's the last round. I think we're good. Let's go, Oogie. Panz, how you doing? Yeah, in-game music. We did it, chat. Achievement unlocked, laser cannon death sentence. A good way to warm up the day. Map MVP. That short path though. Oof. Bad. So what's next?